Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. And a continuation of the videos they don't want you to see from me. Anybody else can talk about this show but me. They will not let it go anywhere. My goodness. Welcome back to Raising Carcino. Episode 4 of season 5, the final season of this show. We're here to give you a breakdown so you can understand exactly what it is that's going on here. As Rock and Marvin recruit Carcino to go ahead and go to war for them, because without Lou, they missing a person to get down and get involved in the operation. I'm just kidding, man. But I'm just like, once again, I'm right. And I think they're mad about it because I keep predicting what's going to happen, and it ends up happening, especially what they want it to be a big reveal about Kanan's love interest. And I was like, I think that's so-and-so. And sure enough, I'm right. And they just was like, this dude is ruining everything. So that's why you don't get any notifications when I drop these videos, and they don't try to push it anywhere. So let's get to the gist of what's happening here, so that the people would understand what the process is. Now, the big cliffhanger last week is when, the worker was called in from a new client that happened to be Kanan. So he wakes up in bed with the girl, and he's getting like all whipped on her, but not really. He's trying to use her to get information. So much about trying to find out who killed this girl. Now, they got a speedball straight to the new topics. Now we got Taz. Because Kanan Block got shot up, Taz is coming in there to put him in line to check him. And it got real heated. And that's all somebody like, first of all, we all knew Taz is on a short leash. And if you didn't know Taz was on a short leash, I don't know what to tell you. Because Taz was on borrowed time from the moment they said jump. Taz kept screwing up. His jealousy from the very first episode, him telling Unique about the damn meeting. Right then and there, he should have been took it out. And he would have been. He was told he was going to be overturned, but he knew, I need him in this position right now till I don't need him anymore. Once he put his hands on the white boy, I'm quite sure that got back to Breeze. And Breeze know, okay, now you messing with my white boy money. So you're no longer a use to me. Now you're a nuisance. So I'm going to have to get rid of you. But Taz felt real good being the one to go over there and drop this information off. He felt like, yeah, I get to go check this dude. So we all knew how this was going to turn out. No surprise, right? Yeah, I know. And
Hi, I'm Carcino.
oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my. They are trying their best to ruin this. Why are they trying their best to ruin this for me? So anyway, Marvin and the preacher, man. Marvin is back preaching to the preacher, and he's having these long monologues. It's going to be the end of Marvin, and he's the only one with clarity looking at it. And now, in my estimation, I keep thinking Rock might kill Marvin. They hate when I predict stuff, but I'm just saying, I see Rock killing Marvin to save Kanan. As she's always done, keep saving Kanan throughout, repeatedly. Let's save Kanan. Now, this detective, like, I don't even understand where this is going because it's like, why are you paying this cop when he has nothing on you? You basically now bribing a cop. So he's like, well, listen, we need to, your bag is light. You don't ever come at me light. And she's like, oh my God, what have I done? So now, the New York Manhattan boss, Joey Pants, tells Rock she got to go make nice with Stefano because he's making a fuss with the other Italians, like you taking this black woman over your Italian brothers. So he's like, look, why don't you go make nice with him, and we'll see what happens. And of course, Breeze is overly showing Breeze playing chess. As you can see, this is probably where Kanan's going to pick it up, or they're going to be playing chess together. Who knows? But they're trying to show that he's smart too, and he makes calculated moves. But he follows a pattern, which Kanan could pretty much see. And Stefano's meeting Rock goes left because Rock just gives up in the middle of the meeting of being diplomatic, where she could have finessed this thing a lot better. But with the loss of Lou, she's spiraling. And it drives Stefano into a rage because of the way she talked very disrespectfully to him. And he sent Rock there knowing that Rock could maneuver anything. Her anger and her frustration kicks in because of the loss of Lou. And that's what throws everybody for a loop. Now, when you start to see this thing materialize, this is going to be the demise of the family. And what you're really looking at is reactions. Everybody's reacting to things. Nobody's really set their tone. So Rock makes a decision that was very reckless to go at Stefano. Not even Marv think that's a really good idea. Marv is like, look, Stefano, this is a whole different thing. This could set the whole family back 1,000. But Rock's like, do it. Do it, nigga. So Marv like, whatever. I'll do it. So now Jarita laid up with Kanan, and he on his, yo, why don't I take you and buy some dresses and shit? So he finna take her over there to get some dresses. I know over the years his 50 Cent accent has gotten worse and worse. He sounds more like he got Down syndrome than 50 Cent. Yo, how much you think we could get off of that? All of that. So anyway, Jarita's like, look, I'm a hoe. Stop trying to make me feel like I'm something else. I'm a hoe. Leave me alone. This is what hoes do. Oh, stop. Trying to treat me like a girl. I'm a hoe. Man, I'm like, this writing here was hilarious. Dude, I was about to clip that line up and just play that to every girl I know. I'm a hoe. Look. I'll be like, see, they don't make them like they used to. Okay, no, you're more than a hoe. You're my hoe. Now, everybody you know that want to have this natural progression of things and you want to see it play out. Now that I was right about her name being Jarita, I'm like, look, her real name is probably Jarita. So now they add her to Power Origins because they finally revealed that she's going to be in Power Origins. They was holding that because they wanted to make this like a big reveal. And I kind of screwed it up because I right in my last video. And they just hate when I do shit. So I'm going to guess that Rock is going to be the one to kill Marvin to save Kanan. You know, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't have any real concrete proof on that. This was a bad decision by Rock just to see Breeze and get a look on him, look at him so she could see who this Breeze guy is who's causing all this noise. But it's on soft side. Like, she's out the game. She's in Manhattan. They ain't even messing around up there. Kanan is doing all the messing around. He goes and grabs the damn white girl on her route because he done found out the information. And then he ruins it, gives a hot pack to one of the clients who ODs, and this could derail your business straight out the gate. Now, you saying Juke is trying to come to Marvin to see if she can get a loan for her problems. Marvin said, nah, I ain't touching this. That's on you. You got to figure something out. You want to be in the game. This is the game. So now this girl freaks out. She comes to tell Rox what happened. And then he was like, he says Kanan. She's like, don't tell anybody that name. Because that means they're going to kill Kanan. And that's her son. And she's still trying to protect him. And then Marvin hired Duck Dynasty from damn Memphis. If anybody couldn't see this going wrong, it almost happened too easy. So they get whacked out. Duck Dynasty whacked them out. They go see Stefano. And of course, Stefano's going to do nothing but whack his dumb ass. And this sets everything into motion for what's about to come next. You got to remember, a lot of intelligence goes out the window when you see this stuff. This guy was so dumb with trying to do the hit, but now you messed up a hit on Stefano. So it's nothing but imminent doom. for the rest of the Thomas family. There's nowhere they're going to be safe in Queens. Any soldiers they got on the street, as thin as they're going to be in those reserves. This is what it's going to look like, an all-out war. All-out war. Well, it leads us to the big question mark, Taz and Kanan. Well, we knew this would be the end of Taz. You know, Taz has got to go, man. His mouth is too big, and he just don't know how to shut up. They can't stand my energy. That's true. But this here was the icing on the cake. This fool comes in here and decides to ruin the whole thing. He wants to be the one to come in there. And Kanan was like, oh, Kanan, he just want us to fight each other. This breeze. I ain't short. he knew that play all the way. Because he was like, oh, yeah, short, me? Nah. I ain't short. He want us to fight. So Taz, as soon as he went for the gun, Kanan shoots him in the kneecaps. This dude, he know he has to put him down. So now, or what's her name? Fritzy or whatever, Foxy, whatever. She's learning of the situation with the girl. She said, we'll talk later about this incident. She's like, look, I've just partnered with you and a man OD'd. She's, hey, somebody OD'd on something. They had a hard problem. That's it. My stuff is tip top. Nothing wrong with my product. None whatsoever. So it's not going to come back to them. Let's say, you know, it was whatever he was doing, plus as a CEO of a company, they're not going to want that to come out. They're going to bury it, which they would. So Rock ensured her business continues as usual. Now, she tells Marvin, like, look, I don't want to hear you and her getting some damn bed at breakfast. She all googly-eyed every time you talk. Then Marvin comes with this impromptu, I'm your brother. We all we got. It was almost like the CMB. We CMB, man. We all we got, Marvin. I want some respect. I'm loyal. Yeah, and this is giving you the I'm about to check out vibes. And this is what makes me think Rock gonna be the one to have to put his ass down. The entire algorithm of Marvin is incredible. He's carrying the entire final season. This has been raising Marvin. Marv has been the whole guy, the whole show. They've been having this back and forth for a minute. So after this impromptu reunion, they got a big problem to fry. As Breeze come through, help him chop up the body, show Kanan what to do. He's telling them where to start cutting to dismember a body. So you can see Breeze has been doing this for a minute. He's immune to this. So as they put Taz on the burner, they had his final conversation. He tells them they ain't got to worry about that being you. He ain't you. It's deeper than that. DEF CON was my father too. He was with my moms. We brothers. Now, Kanan know the truth about his father. He know DEFCON is not his dad. But to the streets, DEFCON's his father. So it gives him that badge of honor. He can't let nobody know his real father was a cop. Shoot, that's why they had to put the cop down in the first place. So none of that was going to come out. Right. So it's all like, hey, we got to figure it out now. We got it all figured out. Let's see. Because now everything's got to come full circle, right? We all get back to the basics of things. So when we get to the basics of things, this is what it is. This is when it jumps off the page. This is when it gets like exciting. Now you know, well, you go back to what Pop said about DEFCON. Like she knew DEFCON was gay. So if she knows, Snap knows. So him believing either he's lying or he don't know DEFCON is not his real father. So whoever his real father might be, it might be Snap. Snaps might be his real father in real life. Who knows? But we do know one thing's for certain. DEFCON isn't Kanan's father. So this gonna go another way and play out a different way. Because all it tells me is that either Breeze is lying or he don't know DEFCON ain't his daddy. DEFCON was just good at hustling. So they just went along with it. The whole nine. Now, when you start looking at this delivery guy who comes over and he's got to wait there until somebody gets the package. So they go to the spot where they're serving. They send a package over there. And what do they find? A bloody hat, which is the sign to let them know your hitters have been hit. And now you got a real problem on your hands, right? Yeah, it's a real problem on your hands now, right? Now, where is that going to take everybody into episode 5? Episode 5 is going to be the episode where you're going to start seeing more of the action because there are only 8 episodes. So after this, you're going to have 6, 7, and 8, which is going to be the most explosive episodes you're going to see. So 5 is really going to start kicking in the octane. So you've had the filler pieces, and they have this mystery buyer who buys she sold the property to this whole strip mall area to this guy that's from overseas and wanted to do a cash deal. He paid more than what it was worth just to own it outright with no questions, no. So she was like, I don't care who it is. I just need the money. So she got the money. Everything's rolling now. So now everyone can ask the questions, right? Everybody can ask the questions as to what's the problem, what's going on, why are we here, what is this? And now you see there's a whole different environment when it comes to getting things done the way you want to or they're supposed to be done, right? Mm. Yeah, well, that's what I believe is a setup for origin. Whoever this mystery buyer is that bought that area will be revealed, and he's overseas too. Well, you won't probably know that to power origins. So that's what I believe that whole strip mall is. That's a setup for power origins. And we'll find that out there. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be set up for origins. And they're going to just start putting pieces into places where you're going to be wondering, like, what is this? What is that? But from what we've told, they said all our power questions that we have about the Thomas family was going to be answered. Origins is going to be pretty much the Ghost family. You're going to find out about, like, we know about Tommy's family. We don't really know too much about Ghost family. So we're going to find out a lot about ghosts and power origins, like his mother, his father, stuff like that. So we'll see how, that performs. But that's literally all I got right now. So, all right, Outlaw, we did it. See y'all for episode 5.